Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome back for a new Why We Play the Game series, as you can see from the title down here somewhere. I've been pondering this thought all the way back, for a while longer, but it really struck home during my Chasing the Dragon series that there's a couple of things that seem to be missing from our hobby lately. I don't know how long this has gone on or been a phenomenon. At least for me, at least for the last 5 years, I can say. You guys know I've been in this hobby for a very long time, and when we were talking about Chasing the Dragon, one of the things that kept coming up was recapturing that sense of mystery, the search and delving into the unknown, whether it be a deep, dark, dank dungeon or some far off set of ancient ruins from some unknown alien civilization. The tangible feel of not knowing and what's behind the next couple of minutes of our gaming experience seems to be no longer a concern or much of an issue in the playing of this game. We've, for the most part, become, I think, spoiled, us professional long-term gamers with stacks and stacks of role-playing game books and memorizing and reading all these different things, so that a lot of us, I know, can almost predict what's going to happen in any given, especially low-level games. Once you start getting into the higher thing, the variables start opening up. But in the lower beginning sessions, it seems like we're not hit as hard as we used to with that sense of foreboding and not knowing what might be down the road, so to speak. And over the course of the next couple of weeks, I want to discuss this with you guys and see if you guys can't help me figure out some ways that I can introduce that or bring that back into the games I run. And for you GMs out there that I'm playing in, don't take this like this is at you. I've just noticed this throughout the entire sphere of the gaming world. I'm having a lot of fun, actually, in the two games that I don't run a week, and at least with one of them, I never know what's going to happen. And you know who you are, who's running that particular game. And I also want to thank Miguel, because recently in my talks with him, Miguel from the Red Room, in case you're wondering, you probably shouldn't, because I talk about those guys probably more than anybody else. Excuse me. A lot of dust in my house from construction going on. It's just terrible right now. But he sent me two things. He sent me the Conspiracy Files, which is ideally a game about solving mysteries, which really kind of came at the right time. And then he and I were talking about Twin Peaks, which I had never seen before, which is also a big, huge mystery. Even after you've watched every episode, you kind of don't know what the hell you watched. At least the second series. I'm not done with it, but wow, that's just a weird series. I really wish they wouldn't have waited so long to make the second series, because there are some episodes of that just completely incomprehensible. But I'm digressing, because he also sent me his own version of Twin Peaks, a little scenario, I guess, for any one of a number of his games that he put out. And I was reading that last night, and I'm like, yeah, this is what I want. I want something where, like, every NPC and every character has like a secret or a mystery or things about them that are waiting to be discovered and explored, whether you're playing them or playing with them. And I try to do that with my own NPCs when I create them, and make them have more depth than just a cardboard cutout, the quest giver, the shopkeeper, with their set role, and that's it. Give them, some things going on in the background that players can, learn from or manipulate or use or benefit from knowing a little bit more about the NPC. And I think the player characters should also maybe explore that idea as well, having, more depth than just their race and their class. So over the next couple of weeks, we're going to explore what we can do to bring that sense back. Not just what's in the next room in the dungeon, or what's the next mission for our intrepid explorers wherever they may be, whatever galaxy or planet or what have you, and see if we can't find a way to bring back that spark and make our games a little bit more three-dimensional and thought-provoking. The things that we can ponder after the game is over. I remember back in the day, that was one of the big things about this hobby. When we left the table, we weren't always going to be playing the very next day, but we had time to mull over what happened in the game and to ponder the unanswered questions, because there were unanswered questions in those games. We didn't just, kick in the door, kill the monster, take their stuff, kick in the next door, rinse and repeat. We had political intrigue, and we had things to explore and plots to uncover and motivations of NPCs, why they did what they were doing. The bad guy was more than just, a leader of a bunch of, orcs or goblins and just there to cause trouble because why not? And hopefully you guys will help me, and in doing so help your own games out, whether you're a player or a GM in those games. Hopefully we can bring this hobby back to what it used to be, because lately it's been feeling a little flat, a little stale. Maybe I'm just spoiled. You guys tell me in the old comment section below. But that's what I've got for you this morning. I will be back tomorrow with something completely different, I hope. I have no idea. I never script these out, and I never know what I'm doing from one day to the next. But I hope you guys have a great, absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you guys all down the road. Until then, happy trails.